Hey guys, it's Natalie, and today we are thrifting for home decor at a few Goodwill locations here in Houston. The goal is to decorate my office space. It is just so bare and basic. I did just add in a little couch that I'm really excited about, but other than that, this space does not have much going for it. I really want it to have a vintage, eclectic, cozy kind of feel, and I think we can definitely achieve that thrifting. I also have a few pieces on hand just to kind of start from. I picked up a beautiful rug at Home Goods on clearance with my mom. I think that it'll really help to brighten up the space and also give us a good color scheme to work with. And then I've also been curating pieces for a gallery wall, but I just don't have quite enough to complete a gallery wall yet. So I'd really like to find enough to complete the gallery wall, maybe a side table to go next to the couch, and who knows what else we will find at Goodwill today. The plan is to go to 3 stores. I want to start off at the city center location and work my way down to West Oaks and Meyerland. I think that going to 3 stores in slightly different areas will really help us to maximize the home decor finds, and I'll also get to show y'all stores that I haven't brought y'all along to before. So I think that that'll be really fun. But we got a lot of thrifting to do, so let's get to it. Starting off at spot number 1. The furniture section looks so full. This is such a good sign. This buffet is absolutely gorgeous. It's solid hardwood, $60. The drawers roll so nicely. Oh my, are you kidding me? I want a buffet for my dining area so bad. Why do I have a 2-door small car? I need a truck. This framed boot poster is so cute. I love the colors. It's just not really that vintage vibe that I'm going for. I just spotted these jute stools. They are priced at $14.99. They look like they're originally from Home Goods or Marshalls, that kind of tag. They were $40 there. I think these could work in a few different ways, maybe as an ottoman, a little side bench, side tables. I might even be able to use them somewhere else in my apartment. I feel like they're worth adding to the cart. This is such a neat shelf that looks like crown molding. This floating shelf would hold some frames perfectly with that little divot. Oh my goodness, look at these pink metal kitchen containers. If McKenna lived close enough for me to just be able to give them to her, I would so pick these up. She really wants to do a pink kitchen and these would just be perfect. This train bookend would be the perfect addition to a little boy's room. I'm definitely gonna have to send a text to my friend that is currently working on her nursery. I have not bought a frame at a retail store since moving to Houston over 5 years ago. Pretty much every frame in my apartment has come from a Goodwill location here. This framed watercolor looks like an original piece of art. It has a signature down at the bottom. It's like R. Lenza 89. I'll have to take it out of the frame to confirm, but either way, I am going to get it because I think that that'll be a great addition to a gallery wall. Okay, my friend does not need the train bookend, but she does need this golf frame. The baby's nursery's theme is literally vintage golf vibes. This is so perfect. It's $2.99. I'm just going to touch it up with a little bit of paint on the edges. I spotted this little plate on an end cap and I just don't think I can leave it behind. It's only $2.99. There's no markings on it. It's just so cute. I don't even know what I'll do with it, but maybe I could hang it on a wall or something. I have to find a use for it. I have this exact brass bow hook liked on Poshmark. I almost pulled the trigger and bought it a couple of weeks ago. I found it here for $4.99. This is so precious. Since I'm getting the bow hook, I feel like it's a no-brainer to get this bow canister. It looks true vintage. It's Zurich, Portugal. Ruben blue. These ceramic mini lamps would be such a good addition to a shelf. They would easily be painted as well. I'm gonna try to see what shades could work with them. There's quite a few of these easy attachment green little lampshades. I kind of like it, but I'm not obsessed. I'm not completely sold. I'm going to think about it. Check out this vanity mirror. This would be such a fun DIY project. It's only $10. Just needs maybe a fresh coat of paint. You could throw on some vintage details, kind of like the Anthropologie Primrose mirror. Put it on top of a thrifted nightstand or table, and you'd have a vanity. These are the final selections. I think this is a very good start. Next stop is the West Oak store. I actually just grabbed a cart from somebody in the parking lot, so I'll already have it. I really have to restrain myself to not look at the clothes and go right back to the home decor. 2 coordinating hummingbird pictures. These look like gold leaf, but I don't see any gold leaf markings, so I doubt that they actually are. They do look vintage in my opinion. The tag says BJ Greenberg, Austin. I love these, but I think they're just a little bit too dark for my more colorful floral aesthetic. This framed print is really pretty. I think it's just kind of big for my gallery wall. I love this framed quilted piece. You can see the quilt actually has little baby strawberries on it. It's only $5.99. I think this could be a good addition to my gallery wall. A nice framed set. Each piece is $15. I'm obsessed with vintage vanities and dressers and honestly just vintage in general. This is a gorgeous, it looks like more of a dresser than a vanity because you can't really sit under it. $12.99 for this gorgeous piece. It does need a little bit of fixing up, right? The hinges on the closure for the mirror are a little rusted. This one is actually coming off, but a DIY project, $12.99. Good deal. This is a new in-box computer desk. It kind of looks like the kind that folds, and I'm really looking for a folding desk or folding table that's pretty sturdy that I can actually use my sewing machine on, because I feel like I don't use my sewing machine a lot because I always have to take it out to my kitchen table and then clean it up almost immediately after. Whereas if I had a folding desk, a folding table, I could put it out and I could leave it out for a couple of days and then put it away when I'm not using it. But I don't think this one folds from looking at the box and looking at the descriptions online. So I am going to pass on this. There are quite a few lamps here. I'm not really in the market for any of these larger table lamps. If I get a lamp, I really want a smaller lamp, kind of like the one I saw at City Center. Maybe I shouldn't have passed on it, but I would want one of those smaller lamps for a floating wall shelf. Whereas these, I feel like I would only want if I have a side table to go next to the couch, but I haven't found one yet. This is such a cool horsehead bookend. It's $4.99. I don't think it's marble. I think it's actually onyx, but I think it could be a very cool addition to a shelf. The screw on the bottom does need to be tightened. I think that's very doable. Silver bud vase. It's only $1.99. It is pretty tarnished, but it looks like a nice piece with the green bottom. It says tarnish resistant, made in Japan. I feel like the tarnish kind of adds something. I don't know. Some really nice handmade pottery for just $2 a piece. Someone got the vintage dresser. I knew it was a gem. I really want an interesting planter pot to put on a shelf. These are my 2 possibilities at the moment. I think the base on this one might be too wide and overhang the floating shelf that I have, but I feel like this one could work out perfectly. And it's so precious. I think this silver serving tray is actually a really nice piece. It's really heavy and it's marked 214 and has some other writing under it. It's only $3.99. I'm gonna look it up. Okay, it's not silver. It is aluminum alloy. I think it's Nambe. It looks like these pieces go for like 20-ish online, but still, good deal at $3.99. There are so many linens at this location. I had to just do a drive-by and see if anything caught my eye. Look at this print. It's so cute. I think it would really complement my rug as well as the plate that we picked up. Let's see what these are. I'm assuming napkins, but let's see. Yes, they are napkins. There's 5 of them. They're 59 cents each. I think these could be a fun sewing project to maybe turn into pillows, or I could use some of the fabric in a frame because I feel like I have more frames than I have prints and pieces to go in the frame. And I think fabric could be an interesting mix. We'll have to try it out. For 59 cents, why not? I saw them putting out new things, and this fringe lampshade, I ran over to the shelf right when they put it on. How amazing with the beaded fringe. I actually think it can work on the floor lamp I already have in my office. I don't know if it would necessarily work on any of these table lamps. And like I said, I don't necessarily know if I need a table lamp. but I do already have that gold floor lamp, and it could use a little bit of funk. Some neat wall candle sconces. I really like the floral details on this one. These are a little bit more rustic. This lamp on an end cap is absolutely precious. I don't think there are any shades here for it today, but that would definitely be a good piece for a shelf. Okay, here's the current cart situation. I absolutely have to get the fringe lampshade. The onyx bookend I think is so cool. I love the idea of using this as a planter. This I think could be really good with the gallery wall, and these are just so cute and 59 cents. So absolutely on those. I don't know with this little bud vase. I don't have anything for it. And the tarnishing, I think I'm going to put that back. I feel like we got to get this. It's so cute. I was just standing in line to checking my email, and I realized I actually earned a $5 reward coupon at the last location. So I'll be able to use that here at checkout. If you haven't heard, Goodwill Houston now has a rewards program. It's officially rolled out to all 40 plus locations. Basically, whenever you spend $1, you get a point. And once you have 100 points, you get a $5 reward coupon. There also is a bonus for signing up. You get 25 bonus points. So I definitely recommend making sure you are signed up for the Goodwill Houston rewards program. My total after applying the $5 reward credit was $24, including roundup. Next stop, the Goodwill Meyerland location. I am seeing lots of furniture here. These two boxes are two De Tolf IKEA shelves. I just did a quick Google search on them, and it looks like these shelves were discontinued. They retailed for around $150, and they're priced here at $50. This is such a solid side table. I am pretty sure this is referred to as a telephone table, so I feel pretty positive that it's vintage because nobody owns a home telephone anymore. I love the details on this piece. It's stunning. It's really what I was envisioning as a side table next to the little couch. And for $12.99, I think I'm gonna get it. This chair would be such a good DIY project. It's only $8. Beautiful details on the wood. I think some new fabric would really give it a whole new life. There are 4 bookshelves. All of them are priced at $20. I think both of these mirrors would make great gallery wall mirrors. They are just a little bit different, a little bit more interesting than your basic round oval mirror. I do feel like they are a little bit big for the gallery wall that I'm trying to create. I love this framed and matted lighthouse watercolor. It does look like an original with the signature on it. It's only $7.99. Back in the frames, looking for some pieces for my gallery wall. This is Neiman Marcus. It says genuine lead crystal, $2.99. I love the shape of this and the dark green color. This has some interesting texture. We just need some new paint. These are 2 matching frames. I like these, but I feel like I'm going for more gold and natural wood tones. This seems like a really sturdy gold frame, and I think it'll fit a print I already have. I love this cherry tile. It really reminds me of the plate I thrifted earlier. There is a small chip in the corner, but I think I could fix that with some paint at home. It's only $1.99. I feel like I should get it. The one thing that's kind of bothering me is you see how it's a little off center? I don't think it would be noticeable if it's on a wall. Some neat rattan pieces. I love butterflies. I already have a few butterfly pieces for my office, but I don't think this one will fit in with them. A vintage charcuterie board. It even still has the little knife. This stops pickups plus the side table. It's super dark out, but I just have to show you guys how I barely, by the skin of my teeth, squeezed this little side table into my car, and it made it home in one piece. I did hear a little crunch, but it was actually from my dashboard. The table is perfectly fine, and that's really all that matters. I was looking at my receipts, and I spent less than $100 on everything we got today. I spent $93, including tax and roundup on everything. I am so excited with all the finds, and even more excited to put the whole space together tomorrow. I recruited Lucas to help me move the furniture and roll out the rug, and I already think it looks so much brighter in here. I've spent the entire morning working on the gallery wall. I really wasn't planning to do that. I thought, oh, let me just pull these pieces out, see what I'm working with, kind of get an idea.
I would not stop until I had the final layout in mind. I think I have it at least. I like how it looks on the floor. We need to see it on the wall, but I think it looks pretty good. I've consulted with some friends, my mom. Let me know what y'all think. The other thing that I did to kind of envision it was cut out pieces of old packing paper in the shapes of these pieces and stick it up behind the couch just to kind of really envision what I'm working with. And I do like it. I do think once I'm hanging these pieces up, I might move things a little because things will just look a little different on the wall versus on the floor and versus pieces of paper. So there's still more to do. I've also just cleaned these all up, gotten them all sparkly, the little stickers off. I didn't have any Goo Gone, so I just used some avocado oil. It worked pretty good, and then some Windex to clean them off. And then I need to cut just one of the napkins and put it in the green frame, as well as a little piece in this small little oval frame. I love having different shapes and sizes in the gallery wall. And then I just ran to Walmart to pick up some potting soil and this leafy plant to put inside it. This is so not professional using duct tape, but I really think it'll work. I don't even know how else I would do this. It did work. I feel like this piece of fabric works so well in this frame. Now to do it again. Another success. I do not want to talk about how long hanging up this gallery wall took. My camera died, a storm came and passed. It's now sunset, but it's up, and I think it looks pretty dang good. I might even say Pinterest worthy. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, but I am actually obsessed with it. I was really, really worried when I saw the paper up on the wall and it wasn't quite looking like the floor, but I think it came together. So I'm happy with it. I did not have luck finding a shade that would work on this little cutie. I checked at Walmart, but I just wasn't finding one that was the right size and style. But I did have this super funky beaded fringe lamp in a closet. I actually picked it up at the Goodwill outlet like a year and a half ago. And I'd actually arranged for a follower to come pick it up. We were gonna meet and they were gonna get it because it needs a few DIY repairs and I just wasn't having a use for it. And I felt bad having such a cool piece, but not using it. Anyway, things fell through. They didn't end up getting it, so it was still sitting in my closet. And I think this is the perfect time to use it. It looks super cute on the side table just to add a little pop of color, and it coordinates really well with the new fabulous beaded fringe lampshade. Guys, I didn't even tell y'all the best part. Do you know how much this lampshade was? I wasn't even looking at the price when I was shopping because I was like, you are coming home with me, you are fabulous. I wasn't even thinking about price tags. I get to check out. 99 cents. 99 cents for this bad boy. That is incredible. That is the thrift find of the thrift trip. I mean, at least I think so. And the fact that I was able to make it work on this lamp that I already had. So the lampshade that was originally on it is actually a harp style. And this is more of like a slip-on kind of style that needs an attachment underneath the light bulb, which I don't have. But you know what made it work? Duct tape. The amount of things being held together by duct tape right now in this room is pretty incredible, honestly. But it works. And I think it looks really good. I mean, I'm obsessed with it. So I've got 2 beaded fringe lamps now. Don't mind all the cords in this corner, but I'm planning to use the jute stool in front of this full-length mirror as well as the full-length mirror in my bedroom. I often just sit on the floor and do my hair and makeup in this room as well as in my room. And I think it'll be nice to actually have a stool to sit on, but I also want to actually mount the mirror because I think that that'll give it a more cohesive look, but I don't have the mounting kit. And I also think I definitely need Lucas's assistance in order to not rip our apartment's drywall. I just hung up the bow hook. I actually want it to be functional rather than just a part of the gallery wall. I'd been doing my Poshmark listings here in this space. I just had a little nail in the wall. I would move the trunk out of the way, do my listing photos, and then move the trunk back. And I think I can do the same thing with the bow hook, but now that the gallery wall is up, I don't want this piece to look like it's a misplaced piece of gallery wall. So I'm hoping this is enough space for it to look like it's its own entity. And that's pretty much the new office space. I feel like it is such a big improvement from where I started. It's so bright and interesting. I absolutely love walking in here. I did kind of mess up the rug. It's not a major mess up, but you see the bunching. I just was impatient when I was putting in the side table. I pulled the sofa on top of the rug and it just caused bunching, and I've kind of made it worse by trying to pull the corners. So I just need to recruit Lucas back in here when he gets home to move the furniture and then move the rug back in its place. So anyway, we'll do that later. But I think it looks pretty good. Of course, there are still a few things that need to be done, but that just means more trips to Goodwill. I would really like some art for above my monitors, and I would love to have something in this corner here. Then, of course, we have the few pieces that I just haven't used yet. Keyword here. The blue bow canister feels a bit more bathroomy than officey, so I am gonna put it in my bathroom. The horse bookend, I didn't end up hanging up another shelf other than the one with the plant on it in the gallery wall, so I didn't have a place to use it how I envisioned, but I might end up hanging up another shelf here in this part of my apartment or another part. So I'd love to hang on to the horse bookend for that. But where I'd really like to see the horse bookend is on a vintage, tall, skinny dresser that I'm manifesting finding for this awkward corner here in my office space. And then I'd have some vintage books and I'd have the horse bookend, and it would just be amazing. But I haven't found the vintage skinny dresser of my dreams yet. So what I've been doing with amazing home decor finds as I'm working on decorating this new space is putting them in my home decor tub. It allows me to hold on to pieces where I haven't worked on decorating the space that I envision them in yet, or I'm curating pieces for a collection like I did with the gallery wall. So I'm gonna put the horse bookend in there along with the other finds. And if I don't end up using them or the tub ends up overflowing, then I will assess what's in it and donate things back to Goodwill to be found and treasured by someone else. I absolutely love shopping at Goodwills here in Houston. We have so many amazing locations, so many amazing finds to be found. I'm just looking around and noticing so many other Goodwill finds from past thrift trips, like the marble lamp near my desk. The butterfly print behind me is a Goodwill outlet purchase from 4+ years ago. I just love the things you can find, and the rewards program makes it even better because you get rewarded for thrifting. Just a spoiler, make sure you're following me on Instagram as well as Goodwill Houston on Instagram, because I will be doing a $100 Goodwill Houston gift card giveaway here soon, and y'all see how far $100 goes at Goodwill's here in Houston. I didn't even spend $100 on the thrift trip from this thrift trip, right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my channel. Once again, I cannot wait to be back here with more thrifty content soon. Bye.